Hello, my name is Danny James, and I want to take just a few minutes today to give you some examples of the many safety features on the Kia Optima. First of all, when I think of automotive safety in general, I usually put features into three buckets: accident protection, accident prevention, and driver comfort. After all, a comfortable driver is a safe driver. Now, I'm 6'4", my daughter is 5'4", but we can drive the same car because we don't just adjust the seat of the mirrors, we also adjust the steering wheel with a tilt and telescopic feature that you find on the Kia Optima. In addition, that same steering wheel is going to have controls for the audio system, for the cruise control, and for hands-free use of your phone. Now, in the event you would have an accident, there are many features built into the car as well. The two that come to mind right away: airbags and seat belts, which work in tandem with each other. I never like it when I see somebody sitting in a car with their feet up on the dash or with their belt on, turned around, doing something with someone in the back seat. That's extremely dangerous. You want to make sure that you're sitting in the car correctly so that the seat belts and the airbag system can work properly. Now, airbags have been in cars since 1998, mandatory to be in cars since 98, and as far back as the 70s. But today's supplemental restraint systems are far advanced. The one you'll find in the Kia Optima involves 7 airbags. You have the dual airbags in the front of the steering wheel for the driver, out of the glove box for the passenger. You also have 2 airbags on the side. They're side front seat mounted airbags to protect the people in the front seat. There are curtain airbags that run the full length of the windows in the front and the back on both sides. And again, for someone tall like myself, a very nice feature, a knee airbag that comes out from underneath that tilt and telescopic steering column to protect your knees in the event of especially a frontal crash. The seat belts, again, they need to be worn properly, and in the event of an accident, the pre-tensioners are going to tug down on those seat belts. At the moment of impact, you're going to need to be in the car, in the seat the way you're supposed to be, so that those pre-tensioners can even hold you tighter into the seat. Now, my favorite features on the car are the ones that help you prevent an accident. One of the first ones you're going to come up with is the rear view camera. Now, for me, I actually use the rear view camera to pull into a spot more than to pull out. I'm dropping the kids off at school as an example. I would rather pull up and use that camera to back into a parking spot so that after the kids go into school and I'm pulling out, I can actually do so by going forward rather than in reverse. That way, with all the pedestrian traffic, with all the cars coming and going, if we have any issues like that, I'd rather be going forward than going backward. In addition to that, you also have some nice features if you ever have to park on a hill. We have a feature called Hill Start Assist Control. In other words, when you take it out of park and put it in drive to pull out from being on a hill, you ever notice how the car wants to slide back sometimes? Well, you're going to have 2 seconds to go from the brake to the accelerator without having that drop back on you, or without having the car roll back on you. Some of the other things that make it safer, of course, everybody's familiar with anti-lock brakes. Anti-lock brakes have also been on cars for a very long time. And they do a wonderful job of helping you maintain control when you're trying to stop the car. The opposite of that would be traction control, which helps you maintain control when you're accelerating and a wheel starts to slip. But the Kia Optima also involves a complete vehicle stability management system that includes the electronic stability control that helps prevent skidding, helps you maintain control of the car, even with the steering, to make sure that you're driving the car as safely as you possibly can. Now, there are a few other things you'll notice on the interior. If you have to put a car seat in, there is a latch system. LATCH stands for lower anchors and tethers for children. Now, what I recommend to you on this, granted, it is a great way to put a car seat in if the car seat and the child total weight under 40 pounds. Different manufacturers of car seats, different manufacturers of vehicles will give you different numbers on that, anywhere from 40 to 65. I recommend going with the lower number. After the child in the car seat reach 40 pounds, secure the seat with the car seat with the seat belt rather than the latch system. Now, in addition to these standard features, there are a number of optional features. These first 2 are actually standard on the SX Limited trim level. Blind spot detection and rear cross traffic alert. If you're backing out of that parking spot and something's coming, rear cross traffic alert is going to warn you. If you're getting ready to change lanes and someone is in your blind spot, the blind spot detection is going to warn you both audibly and visually. Now, on the EX and the SX trim level, and again, these 4 features are standard on the SX Limited trim level, but you have 4 other features, one of which is the front collision warning system. If you're about to hit something in front of you, you're going to get a warning. If the crash is imminent, the autonomous emergency braking system will kick in and actually stop the car if necessary. In addition to that, you've got lane departure warning, which simply tells you that you're drifting out of your lane, maybe off the road or into the path of oncoming traffic. Maybe on the interstate, you're just drifting into another lane. The lane departure warning is going to indicate this. In addition to that, you've got one of my favorite features on the car, the advanced smart cruise control. This is a wonderful feature. It's tailgating prevention. You'll actually find yourself being passed by someone who was tailgating you, wondering why you weren't right on the bumper of the vehicle in front of you. Your car will then adjust again, settling back a safe distance from the car that's now in front of you until that traffic clears or until you take another lane that's clear, and the car would then resume the speed that you've set. Advanced smart cruise control. It's a wonderful feature. Tailgate prevention, best way to think of it. Now, in addition to this, there are 2 other features related to your headlights. The first is optional on the SX trim level, standard, again, on the SX Limited, and that would be the high beam assist. I live about a 4-iron from a twisting, turning road called Fall Creek Road. And believe me, there's woods on either side. It goes uphill, downhill, and it is a very dangerous road. I drive it almost every day. I probably drive on it 3 or 4 nights a week. And believe me, being able to utilize my high beams is a wonderful feature. And if another car approaches me, they automatically adjust down. Another feature, standard on both the another feature related to the headlights, standard on both the SX and the SX Limited, would be the dynamic bending light. If you ever saw the movie Tucker with Jeff Bridges and Joan Allen, and he had this car he designed, but he wanted the headlights to turn with the steering, it actually does that now. That's what dynamic bending light does. And it also has a feature that allows them to auto level. These 2 features, dynamic bending light and the high beam assist, make driving Fall Creek Road so much safer. If you have a road like that around you, you know exactly what I mean. These are just some of the many safety features of the Kia Optima. A great reason to consider this vehicle. And when you're test driving it, please make sure that you take advantage of a few extra minutes and have someone explain in detail all of these safety features to you. Thank you very much.